Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy. Deputy O'Mahony, you have 3 minutes.
Thanks, Cathaoirleach. And I just glad to make a brief contribution and just basically to support anything that helps to get people back in employment, or a vehicle to help them to get back in employment that will allow them to increase their or improve their skill set, restore their confidence and self-esteem for those who are long-term unemployed. I mean, I would have been one in the past that would have urged ministers of social protection and so on that we needed more CE schemes, more TOOS schemes, more rural social schemes, and this is Gateways is I suppose is on the same lines. So I would take the view that we need more, not less. And when I saw initially that there was 80 of them allocated to Mayo local authority, I suppose the initial question I asked myself, could we not have got more? Because I mean, I have made representations to ministers of social protection about the TOOS scheme to try and get them extended from 1 year to 2, because they were enjoying what they did, they were contributing to the organisation they work for and so on. So that's, I just like to say that in general. Now, there always needs to be improvements in schemes and fine-tuning in schemes, and if there's something wrong with this one when it's rolled out, let's change it or let's tweak it or whatever, and that's fine too. Because in relation to internships, I think there's a need. For instance, internships at the minute aren't people don't qualify if their sole traders don't qualify to take on internship, even though they wouldn't be replacing anybody else, and there needs to be a tweaking there. And I know recent weeks in the social protection area where the new offices were open up in my own constituency of Mayo, there's a whole area in East Mayo which is without a community welfare office as a result of it, and that needs to be tweaked, because you have an area that's bigger than some of the counties in Ireland. We have the third biggest county in Ireland, and it needs to be looked at again, and it urges the Minister for Social Protection to take a look at that. Now, just in relation to this scheme or any other scheme, I was looking and observing what Deputy Jim Daly said last night in relation to in the north of Ireland, where there's a youth scheme, a youth employment scheme, where youth unemployed get an extra £15.38 a week in addition to their benefits. I would assume that that's something like here. Now, if I'm wrong there, I apologise in advance, but surely how well, if it is, I'll take it back, because I'm not aware of it. But I'm just making the point. I think it needs to be those things. I take the simple attitude that need to be nailed if they're wrong. But I saw that and I say, well, why can it be one thing there and we're opposing it here? Or we're not opposing it, but Sinn Féin is opposing it. So I stand corrected, and I'll take it back if it's wrong. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Deputy. And I'll call on Deputy Paul Connaughton. Deputy, you have 3 minutes.